In this video, we're going to add our file upload functionality. We're going to do this with ng file upload on the front and multer on the back. I've included a couple new HTML and CSS files for you in your new code. There will be two folders for this lecture. One that will include all the code that we've done up until this point, and one that just has the files that we're editing for this video. The first thing that we're going to do is add multer, which will help us to receive uploads and add them to our database. You want to have three terminals running, or at least I do. One that has mongod running, one that has our server instance running in meanapp server, and the one that's pointed to the root of our folder so that we can install multer. So that's actually the @ symbol. So it'll be npm install -- save multer at 0.1.8. Go into your main file and open up the CSS, the addlook modal HTML. Let's also open up our main controller. I'm going to put that over here. And in our server, let's open up our index and look controller, as we'll be adding a new route for our upload capabilities. In our CSS, what we've added is CSS for our input area and for our button that we'll add to upload, some new row and centered display CSS, and in our look modal we've added quite a bit to the bottom here. This will be initially hidden on load, and then once we click the upload button, we'll get a form that will display options to add a look title and details, as well as the actual image itself. Most of this code is taken from the ng file upload GitHub repo. So you can find all the information about ng file upload here. We're going to be taking a lot of this information. In our app.js file, we've added ng file upload. And in our index.html, we've already added ng file upload. Right now our button doesn't work because we have to add the function to make it work. So let's do that now. Let's go into our main controller. Let's define some scope variables at the top. We'll need to add upload as part of our dependency injection. Let's declare at the top the conditions in which the upload form will show. So now on save, our button should work. There you go. Now let's create our upload pick functionality. You can see where we displayed our form right here with the upload look form ng show directive. You can see how we're passing in all of the data. Everything that's assigned to a key is the same as what we'll see in our database schema. The underscore ID is what's automatically given when we create a user and we create a new look. Now that we have upload capability built into the front end, let's build it up now on the back end. Go into your index.js file located in server API look folder. Let's add the route that we'll use to upload our images. You can see that we've created a controller.upload method. Let's create that now. And actually, before we do that, we need to add the Multer functionality to our express config file. So in your server config file, open up express.js. We will first require Multer, and we'll put it right below the method override. These are actually pretty important how you use these. We're using the previous version of Multer so that we can get access to these two methods, onFileUploadStart and onFileUpload. Because on complete, we want to be able to store the name of the location of the image to an object that we can use and pass into our controller that we create. So request.middleware storage allows us to create a memory storage for our file image. Now let's create our controller. The name of our method is upload. First, we create a reference to our look schema. Next, we create a variable for the location of our file image. This will be fixed in your files, but looks like I forgot to add upvotes when I was defining my schema. With that in place, we'll now save our new look. Now we'll save everything and test this out. I meant to say we'll first debug whatever errors we get. Okay, we get looks found. This should be giving us a preview of the thumbnail. Let's see what happens when we submit anyway. Okay, just a couple of little fixes that we need to have made. This should be pick preview. I put in pview, so it's Preview. Then we need to change that both the top of our controller and then within our upload pick so that it says preview, and now we'll get a preview when we upload an image. In our look controller, we need to save our file image. I had this as file, so this needs to be file image. And then we also need an ending slash in our uploads. And we'll save all that. And we'll add a new look. And we get the image thumbnail. We can make this smaller, which we will. We'll submit it, and success, new look added. Close this, and we see that it's been added. Perfect. Now let's go over the code just a little bit more in depth. In our add look modal, we are showing the form. We're naming our form my form. We're passing in multi-port form data. We're using ng-show to make sure that a title and description has been inputted before the submit button will be shown. We're showing the progress. This appears on the console. We're limiting the file size to 2 megabytes, and we're making sure that it's an image. These are ng file upload directives attributes that we can add. And we're using pickfile and pickfile.result in order to get messages and to actually upload the image. And in our controller, this was pretty much explained, but we are passing in what we've assigned on the scope to our new look keys, and we are saving it in this location, which is our file uploads folder. And in our main controller, I mentioned that this is pretty much taken from the ng file upload GitHub repo. This is our API post handler, and this is where we're taking the image that we've uploaded and pushing it directly to the front of our page.